Hey folks, this is Noble Rambler, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Banished. We're playing the Colonial Charter mod version 1.6, the Forge Awakens, and we are in our agriculture area of the town of Ramblington. We left last episode with the concern about the white mulberries. We are not growing them fast enough to maintain these two guys here, the silkworm huts. So we've taken them out of the trader to supplement our economy for now. This guy, what's he doing? 135. That doesn't seem like much. I don't know what it normally should have created, but that seems small to me. So I want to, first of all, set this for laborer pickup, which we've got quite a few going on right now. And then let's go ahead and increase this to another farmer. I believe it's farmers that work these. Yeah, farmers. And we'll compare. Now, as you noticed, it's not maintaining the previous season. Although we did replant this. This may not have had a previous season. In fact, this may not have even been a complete season either. So I may not be able to really compare one worker versus two worker accurately. Dense orchard of chestnuts. This has been here forever, and this does have a history. Previous 390, current 450. So that could be an early snow that hit this year and wiped everything out. Could have been a farmer that spent too much time doing something other than farming. So, yeah, it's hard to really tell the difference between the two, or why there's a difference. Anyway, so we'll go ahead and do that temporarily, this one and the extra worker. And we'll see if we can get to a point where we're maintaining mulberry leaves. If not, then we will set up somewhere a secondary crop field, orchard. Orchard it would be. Because I can't do that in a plantation. Even though it's got a green square around it, we cannot put trees out here. No, he's not in the list. Okay, flax. We're growing flax here. We're growing carrots here? We're not growing carrots here. We're growing flax here. Okay, we're supposed to be growing flax there. When did I make that mistake? Like 3 episodes ago. Okay, so now we're growing flax here. All right, so no point in going in to see how well we're maintaining that. Okay, so the industry, I want to say the industrial supplier, but the industry supplier is getting closer. With that, we'll be able to buy some logs and maybe some stone. So we're going to need to stock this with some high-priced ticket items in order to maintain the purchasability here, purchasing power. Last episode, let me get this running. Last episode, we were going to put some housing in here and some kind of a small market for this area, just kind of a supplemental little neighborhood, more of a blue-collar worker neighborhood. Not really a town. Well, even this is quite a small town. We got this circle here. There's a lot of room we've not filled in with housing yet. But need to get housing and a market over here of some kind. And we also wanted to play with the... where is it? Here. Putting in the warehousing. Warehouses in there. Now we do have the warehouse here. And he is getting some of it. If this went away, I'm sure they would dump a lot of it into here. Now, there's a lot of this is iron. You know, let's put another system of warehouses right here. Now, before I do that, let's think this through. Where is this coming from, and why is it here? We did this as a bridge between the forest node and the town. We were still clearing out a lot of materials, and we needed a place to drop it. If this wasn't here, you know, the iron, is that iron or stone? That's iron. The iron was being made, this guy's in, was being made right, okay, pause, too many things, was being made right here and made right here. Iron should be dropping into this one, and it's not. So if these stockpiles weren't here, they might just drop off into the buildings. That was brought up in the comments a couple episodes ago. If we didn't give them this option, would they be forced and then willingly use the buildings? This one is materials only, so iron's not going there. This one is an iron stockpile that's being ignored. Why is that? It's being made here, and it's being immediately used by the blacksmith. This is making more, and it's being dropped off over here. I think this needs to go away. We could build more in the way of warehousing in this area. We're outside of our... Well, we could do houses right there, though. I don't think I need to replace this. I think iron's going to go back over here where it belongs, and these guys will dump right here where they belong. This is brick. It's supposed to be going over here anyway. It's being made right there. Okay. We've got laborers now. Let's just turn this off and see what happens. So, I'm going to turn this guy off, and this one we're going to get rid of too. But let's go ahead and put in the warehouse for up here. Where should it go? We took out the shore house right here. It could go right there and still give us our double path that we were wanting. Right there. Okay, so double path in, diagonal over. That little diagonal does look kind of puny compared to the pathing system here. We might just double that up. We'll see. We'll figure that one out, 200 episodes from now when we finally get back over to here. That's fine. I don't care. I'll get there eventually. I've got lots of time. Alright, so we're taking this one down. We are adding a warehouse to this area for the materials. So these guys here, where is the fish dumping right now? He's just going right over to the barn, and that's fine. Bit of a walk for this one, though. We could put a little storage shed out here, too. Because there really is no other food storage in this area. He is walking all the way to there. Which is probably taken... Well, I was going to say, is that the reason it made less than over at the lake? But no, there used to be a meat locker right there, and they just weren't using it. They were all storing somewhere else. It was weird how they didn't want to use the meat locker, just like they're not wanting to use the warehouse. If I were to put a small storage shed right there, I bet you he would use it. Well, let's put it in the warehouse, and that would be just the materials warehouse. And that's going to be over here. As close to these guys as we can, which really could be right there, but it makes sense to have housing here. So yeah, we'll do that right here. This looks like a big house, and I'll bet you for the next, I don't know how many episodes, I'm going to be confusing it with a big house. Constantly clicking on it to see how our families are looking. Alright, so that's there. This is going away. It'd be nice to get this in before that goes away. No. Let's force them to dump it over here. Let's get this thing filled up at least once. That would be nice. We'll do that. And it may also give us a clue as to whether these regular storage warehouses can handle any materials if there was no other choice. Are they defaulting to this, or is this not coded to accept it? Don't know. Silkworm eggs, 6. We're still storing the last of the silkworm eggs that we didn't use. So silkworm eggs, actually it's silkworms themselves that are in the food category. Let me look down here. Foods. Where did I see silkworms? Not under processed foods. Protein, grain. I would think protein. There they are, silkworms under proteins. Yeah, so silkworms they eat. Silkworm eggs are not on the list to eat. They're only, where were they listed at? Oh boy, there's a lot. There they are right there. They're listed under dry goods, the silkworm eggs. And the silkworm cocoons also. And the silk. So apparently they're not going to eat the eggs, but they will eat the silkworms if we had any of those. Alright, so storage warehouse. Why am I looking at this? That's right over there. Okay. So we had prioritized the mine. And I'm surprised we haven't gotten any more done on that. Though he is out there in the outskirts, and we always have trouble getting them to walk to the furthest places to work. Well, we did queue up some roads and other things that were probably a distraction. So we're going to put in this guy here. We want to put in some kind of a meat storage. I'm thinking actually just getting into what I know works really well. They really like the small barn. So let's just do that right next to him. And if we ever decide to take the fish out of here completely, I mean this might be a great row for shore houses, then we'll just take both of these out at the same time. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So you're going to go in there, drop you over one, we'll leave a space. Any reason? No, no reason. Let's line up the edges over here though. Just like that. You walk out of one and walk right into the other. And by them being built up against each other, it looks like it's one cohesive unit, which is what we're going to be using it as anyway. This guy's closest route is probably right there. Okay. We have a question mark? Okay, apparently we have opened up another vendor somewhere else. Position. 8 of 8. Oh, trader. Trader. There you are. 4 of 9. Oh, that's right. We just opened this guy. And he wants 5 people. No, 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 no. We'll put 2 in each of you. Is that what we got up here? He's running 2, yeah. Running 2 and running 2. Okay. So, what do we stock him with that we've got excess of right now? Let's go ahead and get that in real quick. Was there a trader waiting for us? There was. He wants to sell us more seeds. We're not going to think about that right now. You don't have one waiting for me. Okay. So let's real quickly throw in some something that's of value here. Which actually may not sort well by quantity, because the wooden statues, for instance, are probably at the bottom of the quantity list. So let's go back to by name. So wooden statues, 26 of them. Let's go ahead and put 20 of those in. There you are. 1 pop. Alright. What was the word? Marble statues. Marble statues, none, because they're all in one of the traders here. So, what else can we toss in here that we have lots of that's actually got some significant value? Building supplies. We could put, let's see, let's go to the top. And I've got to move this guy there. So building supplies, let's put 20 of those in. We'll be building more of them. Cloth we have a lot. Hate to sell the cloth though, I'd rather sell the coats. Seems like a waste to cut ourselves in the middle of a chain there. Oh, let's see. Candles, we can do some of that. So candles, let's put 100 in. Down coats, cloth down coats. There's a quick source of income. Cloth down coats. Lost you. Where are you at over there? 163. We'll put in 60. Don't want to cut our throats yet. But we do want to get some value over there. 5,000 clay right now. Seems like we bought some not too long ago to supplement things. And we Let's see. We built the other two. I don't know if those other shore houses ever finished. Can I move safely? I can. They did. So we got to come back and deal with these. So lots of clay at the moment. That's right. We stopped using clay is what we did. We stopped the pottery and potter and a few other things. So we got to get that going again. Something else just finished. A reed farm did. Good. So let's finish this over here. Carrots, cherries, just trying to scan through looking for cured leather. We're going to make coats out of that. Buff coats. So we're not going to touch that. Fancy furnitures. We could do a few of those. I want to save them for other uses, but I'm thinking we can probably do 60 of those. So how about regular furniture? We had run out of that at one time. So fancy furniture 0. Yeah, we got to go back and take another look at our furniture chain. Firewood 28. Ouch. What else do we have around here? Heating oil. Oh, healing oil. We're almost out of that. We stopped making it, didn't we? No, we were making it. We were making it with the vegetable oil from the oil press. Healing poultices we still have some of. We can do that over here. And we'll do 100. Normally I'm doing this off camera, but I think this time I'll go ahead and at least show the thought process. We're back to 100 hardwood logs. That's good to see. Hide coats, none. Another... Oh, dock fishery is done. Maple sap we need to turn into maple syrup. Let's see, mushrooms. How's food doing? 17,000, so we haven't leveled yet. Well, we're bouncing up and down because of the farms. So we need to see where the bottom of the valleys are after several years and see what the true trend is. What else can we dump that we have a lot of? Pottery, we have 183. Let's put 100 pottery in. We're back to making pottery again. Pea pottery. And rope, reeds. We're at 1,000 reeds right now. We can get that bundling shed working, up and running. That's here? No, that's a reed farm. I guess we didn't mark it. Okay, continuing down the list. What here looks to be of value? Silk we want to turn into something. Although we are making it quite aggressively. Let's go ahead and put 100 in here. Let's see. Tallow, venison cuts. I'm putting a lot of venison cuts into the other ones. All the cuts. Beef cuts and whatnot. So don't know that I want to tap that further. Or do I? You know, maybe I do. There are some places that will accept food and some that won't. So we may be depending on some food being in this guy. So what were the other cuts? There were mutton cuts, or chops, or something like that. Let's see, anything else down here? Wool coats, don't have enough of. We stopped making wool coats, didn't we? I have to go check that out. We moved a few things around back then. Alright, so the other cuts, pork cuts. We can do that. Pork, we'll put 100 of those in. And mutton is another one. Mutton cuts, yeah, we can do that. So mutton cuts, 100 of those. There's a fourth cuts, beef. Beef cuts, 0. So we're still not making enough cows. I wonder, we've always had trouble getting enough beef. And we've always had trouble with that pasture showing a history. I wonder if there's something glitching over there. I really wonder. What if we were to cull all of the cattle and then buy Frisian cows next time? I think I want to do that. Alright, that way we can get into milk a little bit sooner. Alright, so let's do that. We've got several things in here now. Let this build up. And who? This guy? Yeah. Frisian cows. Alright, let's do it. And he doesn't accept food. See, some vendors are pretty limited in what you can sell. So there may be a vendor coming up down there that will only accept food. That's why we got to have at least some in there. All right, we're going to grab cows. Let's see if we can grab at least 4. Yeah, let's do all 8. Let's do that. I'm noticing from herbs alone, I think we can pull that off. If I put 2,000 in there, that's the whole thing, right? What am I looking at? Oh, that wasn't 8,000. No. So, that was 8. Yeah, that's 64. So, we'll just take this down manually to 6,400. Yeah, there we go. Deer, we don't want or need. We have plenty. And, yeah, let's make this happen. So, we're going to trade and dismiss. Roll down over here. And I made the same mistake as when we bought pigs. A little panic, there's no pigs there. We're buying them over in this one. Okay, 8 Frisian cows. So, one last look at the cattle. We're going to take out 22 of them. 22 cattle, we have no history. That is so frustrating. So, we'll do this. We'll take you down to 0, and we'll just send the Frisian cows down here. So add 1 and turn you on to Frisian cows, and work is on. Alright, so run. And we're having a problem here. What did I do? Oh, that's what I need. So of 7, that would be herdsman. 7 of 7. There we go. So your question mark will be answered soon, I am assuming. Have the Frisian cows figured out that they have a home yet? Not quite, but they will. I'm going to pause here for a second and let Nico in. He's scratching at the door. Hold on. Okay, Nico is on his perch and watching over and supervising. And he watches the mouse move on the screen, hoping someday he doesn't make a flying leap at the screen to attack that thing. Oh, let's see. We're still waiting to figure out what happened there. You are a herdsman, and you are still doing your old job. Alright, that answers that. So, bunch of things happened while we were doing that. Are we really finished over there before I come back here? So we stocked him. I'm not going to put any orders in, or him. I'm just going to wait and see what comes. And that'll be fine. So far we've got building supplies in. That's a big one right there. So, let's see. Wood statues are worth 48. That's good. How's our statue maker doing? He's out of logs. Okay. So again, another draw on those logs. Alright, so down in here, speaking of logs, we need to get our bundling shed going. Where did that land? It was in this area. That is the meat locker. So it was in... Let me think here. Any more footprints around besides that? Did I not put it in? I thought for sure... Okay, scratching my head. Got some Coopers there. Not seeing any other footprints of buildings. Oh, what's this? That's a meat locker. Oh, that's the meat locker. Then that is the bundling shed. Okay. So... Okay. Let's turn you off completely. We don't need more furnace fuel at the moment. We have just wiped out our logs again. Furnace fuel, you're fine. Alright, so one more draw from the log supply is off. We'll turn that back on when we've got some fire bundles to use. So I think we do want to kick the priority up on this guy. Am I running at 1 speed? It sure looks like 1. No, it's 2. Yeah, that's fine. Let's priority. That's what I'm doing. Prioritize this guy to get done. Now, let's head in here and take a look at these guys. So we've got 3 reed farms. And I think for now, we have 1,000 reeds in supply at the moment. I'm really liking finally having some laborers around. So, in fact, let's make an even dozen builders. So I don't want to lose laborers too fast. Oh, you're over here. That's why nothing's opening up. The mine is in. Oh, there goes our laborers. Alright, so let's get some reeds coming in. 1, 2, 3. That gives us 1 of 1 in all of them. So, nothing to choose from. I like the little graphic. I wonder if eventually Colonial Charter is going to do that at the bottom of all of their... So it's taking the place of all this. So if there's no need for a drop-down menu, then I guess we've got this, when there's no choices. No reason to choose anything. Okay. Which is another reason why I'm thinking that those different places that have a drop-down menu of just 1 means that there's plans to add more to that menu, because if there's no choice, they would be doing this. That's why I'm assuming that there's more coming in all those other buildings, like the, another quick example was this little guy. Nope. This little guy, small iron smelter, I have a menu of 1. I would think they'd be putting something like this at the bottom if there wasn't eventually going to be something else done with that menu. Anyway, we've got 1 person working all of these. This one we're going to make 2. Oh, I can't go more than 1. Okay, so no choice there. I was going to say let's compare 2 to 2. We put 2 in this one. Alright, we'll compare 2 here to 1 on these guys. And we'll see just how the quantities match. Now, this one is going to have the best fishing on the map. So I'm thinking we want to max this guy out. He's over here. So let's put in 4 fishermen. Now, in order to do that, I'm going to have to decrease. Well, let's put 1 more in. Does that do it? No. We're going to have to decrease who works at the other ones. And if I'm going to decrease 1, it's going to be the ones on the river. So let's take these guys down to just 2 each. And 2 each. Alright, that's probably going to... No warnings. So that added more to these guys. 3 of 4. And 3 of 4. And 3 of 4. Okay. Well, let's take these guys down. And this one can be a 2. And that forces you 4 of 4. And there's nobody without a job. Okay. So that takes care of all that. We just got another trader in. So we definitely have 4 over here. So we'll have to come back and also take another look now at the pathing and see how many more houses we need to build out here. Very possible now we need to get into this. But let's peek at that real fast. See if my suspicion is correct. Now they're fine. We do have a lot more shore houses going than we need to. This used to be all clay, and I reset them for turtles and frogs up in this area. More food sources. Food is at 16 now. And we are at summer, so we're near the end of the bottom of our trough as far as the food chart, because the crop is about to come in. Vendor, we've got to get to the trader up there. We have 2 people working this one now. 135 is what we did last year, so let's just pin that, and we'll keep track of what happens this year. So, hey, we got vendor from our new industry supplier. Brought us gold. Hey, we got logs. That was the goal. There we go. Without doing a lot more cutting, we'll just keep our labor available for other things. Alright, so we're at 200 on logs. Fire bundles. Oh, I hate to buy them, but that would give us a boost to get us going. Let's see. I grab the ores whenever I can, especially the ones I'm not making right now. Tin ore. These are 3, 2. Yeah, we'll do that as well. 250. So we need a stockpile over here. We got to put this stuff somewhere. Let's keep that one in mind. Tools. We're fine on tools. We are dropping, though. We are dropping. This was... I don't remember now where that was so long ago. Seems like it was higher than the 200s. Now we'll pass for now, though. Fancy homewares, gold ore. Gold ore? Nah, I'm not willing to spend 10 right now. Gold. Huh. The ore is worth 10, but the finished product is only worth 2 more. That's odd. I think we're good there. So 930. We can do that in building supplies alone. I mean, just a few of them. So, where are we at? You're heading for 930. Whoa! Hey, that's convenient. Alright, we'll take it. Trade and dismiss. Pause. And let's talk about storage. So we need to store clay and logs and ores. So out here it would look reasonable to have a nice materials warehouse. Though, are we going to be continuing to shoot ourselves in the foot by having them dump over here instead of dumping into here? Right now he'll dump into here. And we do have, we do have log storage, stone storage, iron storage, and yeah, I think we're fine. This guy can dump into here. Did we road into him? We did not. Let's get that going. So, right there, there. Come across the back end, and we'll go around that tree and drop in right there. Right. So, back tree, that reminds me, I wonder if it's still here. There was a house, no, it was the back of the warehouse here. It was winter time when I took a look at this. So it's just a barren trunk with some branches, and it's growing right up behind the back of this little wood storage warehouse. I thought it looked really neat. Anyway, this is gone. Okay, did we fill it up? Well, we don't have any logs to store, and so we don't have any firewood to store, but we did put a lot into this one. So this is gone, and we dumped it into here. And any materials in here? I'm not seeing any. So it doesn't look like they were forced to put it into here. No, I'm not seeing any materials in here. Okay, so the materials are not going to drop into these storage warehouses. This one is gone now. And this is in material warehouse. Clay and sand are going in there just like we wanted to. Great. I think that was a good decision. Get rid of the stockpiles and force them to use the storage warehouses. So clay and sand over here. None over here. But we do have the iron, though not much. Where did all of that iron go? Let's take a peek around. It's not in here. That's materials. So iron, actually, yeah, so that's iron there. And I don't have an iron on this one. Iron, did it go into the market? Iron went right there. Okay, and iron ore did as well. I see. So, firewood, furnace fuels over here. Does the market have any materials? The bricks. Yep, the markets will take materials. Okay. Well, that looks better. The stockpiles are gone. We can put more housing in here. Yep, I'm happy with that. So now let's take a peek at this guy. Pigs, horses, chickens. Okay, we'll pass on those. Dismiss. How did our Frisian cows go? They're down here now. Alright. And we are already pulling out milk, which means we need to get a dairy going in. That's one thing I wasn't going to deal with just yet, but we will. 7. Do you see that? No, 8. Okay, I thought I read 7. I saw that 7. Okay, so there are still 8. All right. So we are taking out the cattle here. We have 12 left. And then I think we will move the Frisians back to here and maintain this as our backup pasture. But this is closer to where they're going to be used. Where do we put in a dairy? This is where most of the food has been going. We could pop it in right here. Beef butcher's right over here. Cow butcher, yeah. Cow butcher. Who's working with beef. Okay. So that's both cows. Alright. So, yeah. Let's put that in right there. Food. I'm guessing refining. Where's cheese? Watermill, bakery, preservist. I'm not thinking cheese is over here. What are you? Ah, there you are. Makes butter, cream, and cheese from milk. All 3 products get made by the dairyman automatically when milk is available. Okay. So, whoa, you're a big building. Okay. You do fit right behind there. There's no reason not to touch it because there's room for a road in between. I think that will be fine. Alright, so our dairy's over there. No history yet over here. Distribution barn, we pop that in. No, not that one. That one. Which one were you? That is that guy. We wanted to see what happened when these guys were done. We have the mine to get going too. So this guy goes here. He doesn't have an employee yet. Alright. Pop another one in there. So we're going to watch these guys. We're going to see if the same product bounces back and forth. The mine, let's get that going. Yeah, we are sharing with 2 different buildings right now. No, we're not. This is a stone cutter because he has the option to do stone as well as salt. So this mine is the only one that is also a mine. You just went down because... Oh, because you do that quite often. You did that to me before. There's a whole bunch of olives in there. We haven't hit any kind of a food limit. So you're just... broken. Okay, but you're fine. We're making 100 oil a year, roughly. Okay, so miners. Here, we have 2 working here and 1 there. That's our 3. Alright, so we're going to have to cap these guys out. We've had 3 here for a long time, and it has done what has been needed, plus it's been building up extra. So let's maintain the 3 over here that was working. Over here, let's start kicking in... Oh, let's make it considerable. So 6 of them. Well, boy, that's really cutting into us. I'll make it 5. So 5 over there. We're going to have to take our builders down to half a dozen right now to maintain the 8 laborers. School, 33 and 54. We got a bunch of kids coming. Good. We might need another school soon. What was the capacity to this guy? 14, so there's 28, so 30, so 60. This guy, the Farmers College, can handle 80. So I'm thinking 60 is about right. You'll probably tell me if I went into here. Well, 25 for that one. So we'd need to see another button to be able to see what the upgrade did. But that should be fine. So if we do 60 and 20, doing 80, we're fine for a while. Okay. So, so that is the mine. Where am I? This mine. Alright, so where is he going to store his coal? This is logs. He's probably been dumping in, will be dumping in here. No, that's not fuel. Fuel, the closest fuel that we've got is right here. Okay, so let's get a coal, fuel, storage somewhere. These are the two buildings. Let's road. And, well, everything in this area has been the country road, so we'll go ahead and maintain that. And we'll, let's see, from there, okay, just like, oops, that's the wrong button, just like that. And where do we want him to drop out? Like that? That looks pretty good. We'll do that. Now, do we still have a whole bunch of people making this trip? It looks like we do. We may have no choice but to go ahead and put this back in. I see we still have some of it there. We've shut it down, and I see we have it to this pathway. I tried to coax them to go straight down here, but they're still walking this diagonal. So I think rather than continue to fight this thing, we'll go ahead and make it official. So if I grab that corner and diagonal down, we're going to land there. Oh yeah, we'll do that. That lines up perfectly with where the double begins. So from that corner, where are you? Can't tell if the tree was it or not. Can I see it from this direction? Boy, it is hard to see this road. Alright, I'm going to let them build it. Then we'll fill in that middle section. Trading posts have been coming in and making noise. You know, I bought those 200 logs. Have they not been unloaded yet? Inventory. Logs. Am I in the right place? Yeah. So, logs, where are you? L. No, they've been unloaded, and they've been used. Wow. Okay. Trader came in over here. And don't need any of these. So we'll dismiss you. No more traders around. 3 traders once to twice a year. That's going to drive me crazy. So, housing over here. I see wow, we're at the end of another episode again. It is amazing how that works. We're going to get this finished. Otherwise, kind of looking back at my list, I think I've hit everything. Looking at all the comments. One thing I haven't built are the new conservatory shed house additions, and we won't get into that till we get into the city. So let's then real quickly put in, looking at this, current season, late autumn. So keep track of that. We've got to get more than 135. We have an additional worker right now. Oh, it's going to be delayed because we told them to use the laborers, but there's nothing stacked along the sides. We actually had less using 2 farmers than the year before. Wow. Huh. Don't know what to make of that. We'll let one more year go by before we make a decision on it. Anyway, back... Oh, bundling sheds in. Alright, we want to get that going, and I think we're going to go ahead and put 2 employees on that one. We're going to make it out of reeds. So we have access to candles. That seems expensive to go that route. Otherwise, we have crops that we grow, kind of like what we're growing. You know, we're growing the reeds and reed farms. But sugarcane has another use. Corn is food. Hemp is rope. Bamboo. What else do you do with bamboo other than bundling? I'm not sure. Was bamboo a food? I don't think it was, but let's at least check. Otherwise, it would be what? Like a material? Let's see. Materials over there. No bamboo there. Dry goods? I don't know. That section of the dry goods is dry. Is a black on blue. Boy, it's hard to read. I'll let you guys tell me in the comments what is the other use for bamboo other than fire bundles. Reeds are inefficient for ropes. Now they do work in the tailor, right? Reeds. Wasn't there reeds and feathers for survival coats? I gotta make that someday just to see what those are all about. Otherwise, reeds are not used best for anything but probably here. And I'm thinking bamboo may be the same. But anyway, we're going to go with reeds. We're going to have 2 people work it. And we need materials. Okay, so we're good there. Where are we going to store it? That will be a fuel. And it will be walked into here. Do we fuel here? Or do we force them to deliver it somewhere? How about somewhere in between? We have this road here. Let's put a road from here up. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do that. And he's there. Let's get in between them. So, stockpile, fuel, and another trader. And let's fuel something like, oh, the footprint of a building, something like that. Alright, so he'll drop off there, they'll come to there and grab it. That'll work. And let's turn one on that is already going to start working with fire bundles. And let's employ him with 1. And let's turn him on and start working with coal. And employ him with 1. So 2, that is correct. These guys will find their jobs soon enough, and we are so out of laborers now. I'm going to go with 2 builders. We're going to prioritize these laborers for food. Now they got the job done, and they're doing fine down here. Now we're finally making flax. There we go. Flax was going to be used for rope, which we do have flax now. And we have probably not been making very much rope. Okay, let a few more years go by to determine what's going to happen there. So now, let's quickly pop some houses in. Boy. Nope, we're at almost 50 minutes on this episode, so I think I'm going to have no choice but to put this one on the shelf, and next time we will dive into some houses down here. So I'll leave myself a note. Well, let's tell you what, let's spend a minute and at least look at this. Or is this the one that's going to take too much time? Yeah, we don't need anything that big. This guy right here should be enough if he was put. I can come down. What am I hitting here? Diagonal road. Okay. So if I were to go right there. Now we have a road access right there. We'll do something like that. That catches those houses over there. Though if I went up one more, I might guarantee a little better I'm going to catch that one right next to the forester up there. Oh, the gatherer. Okay, so if I pop that in there and put this right in the middle of the screen, that will help me even more to remember that's our next priority. So next time we're also going to watch the distribution barn, although they are both empty. So it's likely they are both sending them into town. Or they're sending them down to the storage warehouse. Don't know that answer. So we'll look at that one too. See if this is the the destination point of both of these. It's very possible that it is. We'll do that some other time. Okay, so there's our workbench for next time. So I'm starting to lose my voice. I'm doing almost 2 hours worth of recording here. So we will call this one an episode. I thank you much for watching. And do hit the thumbs up down there. I'd really appreciate it. And subscribe if you haven't already. It's always good to add folks to the channel. This has been Noble Rambler. I thank you much for watching. Bye-bye now.